Hi class, this is Jenai Morehead, your instructor for Fundraising Essentials at UCR Palm Desert. And we're going to go over the assignment that lecture that we didn't get to on Friday, December 15th. So this is my first recorded session, so I'll try not to be too nervous, but you are making history with me because it's the first time I've done this. But it is necessary for me to learn this type of technology. So in just a moment, I will be getting rid of the screen where I'm talking, and then I'll walk you through the assignment. It's a fairly easy assignment, and it can be found. There's two documents that you can look at. The documents can be found on the December 15th tab in the UCR eLearn site that we use for class. So the two documents now, let me get rid of me here, and you'll hear my voice. The two documents that you will be using for this assignment are first the case study, and the case study is Youth for Community Action, and it's called Summary of Fundraising Strategy. And the second document you'll find in Moodle is the Fundraising Planning Calendar. So I'll be toggling back and forth, and I'll try to go slow on these. Let's go back up to the top of this calendar and get it ready for sharing in just a moment. So the whole purpose for this activity is that when you are planning your annual calendar, and everyone should have an annual fundraising calendar, you need to plan the whole strategy of how you're going to get your money and who you're going to get it from. And so let's go down to the bottom of the Youth for Community Action Summary of Fundraising Strategy and see that they have planned here to raise $68,000 for the entire year. But the job of the strategy is to figure out who it's going to come from. So with a goal of $68,000, now let's go back up to the top of the document, because you'll be creating a document similar to this. So first of all, you're going to figure out how much money you need to fundraise or need from different various sources for the entire year. And then you need to figure out where you're going to get them from. Now in this strategy, these are some examples. Not everyone is going to use these examples. So in this case, for the Youth for Community Action, they have individual supporters, and they are planning. They have 12 large, to get 12 large contributions at $250 a piece, which will give them a total of $5,000 for the year. They have institutional supporters, and these make up their institutional supporters, foundations, corporations, government, and in-kind. So the subtotal for all of those is $57,500. Then they have a membership program, and they figure that they can, from 50 members, they can get $50 a piece for a total of $2,500. They have some special events planned at $1,000 a piece, so they figure they can raise $3,000 from those special events. And then they have some earned income for fees for summer camp. They figure with 20 participants, they can raise $250 in fees for a total of $5,000. All of those sources total $68,000. So for this assignment, first, you will be compiling a sheet similar to this. First of all, concentrating on how much money you need to raise, and then where the money is coming from. So you will outline your document similar to this, and you can type it up in Word. Please, no handwriting. So now let's look at the calendar, because once you have a fundraising strategy, then you need to plan it out on a calendar. So I want you to do a similar calendar also. So let's toggle over to our fundraising calendar. There are two parts to this calendar. The first part is January through June. The second part on this calendar, is July through December. And of course, using an 8.5 by 11 paper, we can't get January through December on the whole thing. If you can, that's fine, but it's okay to use Excel and a couple of sheets if you need to. So let's go to the top and look at the planning calendar that they have. Notice that the large donor task and activities correspond to the large contributions or the large donors here. The large donors on the fundraising strategy total $5,000. So let's see how they're going to raise it. Let's go back to the fundraising calendar. Everyone, they have person responsible, everyone's responsible. This is an ongoing task all year long, 24/7. So in this area, to get large donor contributions, they figure they're going to start in March, and every month they're going to raise $250. Remember, their goal is $5,000, but March, April, May, and June, they plan to raise $1,000. So let's go to the July through December calendar, and let's look at the same spot. Here is the same spot. Large donor contributions, everyone is hands on deck to be completed by 12/31, and they still went strong. July, 250, August, 250, September, they stepped up the game at $500, October, 500, November, 500, and December, they used their they took advantage of the holidays and raised $2,000. So through July through December, they raised $4,000. And then at the beginning of the year, remember, they raised $1,000 for a total, meeting their strategy, remember, $5,000. They just broke it up on a calendar is all. So that's basically what I want you to do, is after you come up with the total amount that you need for the year, then you figure out in a strategy summary where you're going to get it. And then the fundraising, this is the goal, and the fundraising planning calendar is the objective, how it's going to be done. It doesn't have all the details here, but what happens is this calendar gives everyone something to look at whether or not we met our goals. Now, I have used this with my clients, and this has worked. When it's visual, then my clients, sometimes they don't get to the total goal, but now they can see it and they can share it, and it works pretty good. So you see here on the institutional fundraising, they broke their grants. They have grant 1 and 2. A person responsible is JFC. They have dates to be completed, and January, they want the whole 10,000. Grant number 2, the second 10,000 by April. Then they have it broken down to corporations, government, in-kind, things like that. So let's look at the institutional fundraising grants. What did they plan for the grants? We'll toggle back to the strategy here. So let's see here, foundations. Okay, foundations. The grants are in the foundations. Their goal is $30,000. So let's go back to the fundraising planning and figure out how they're going to do it. They have grant number 1, that's 10,000. Grant number 2, that's 10,000. 10,000 plus 10,000 is 20,000. That's between January and June. They plan to raise $20,000 from foundations. And let's see what they're going to do in July. Let's go down to the second half of the calendar. Oh, there's grant number 3 here. Planning in August, that's $10,000. So grant number 1, 2, and 3 from foundations under institutional fundraising, they plan to raise a total of $30,000, and that's how it's going to happen. So it's just broken down. The institutional fundraising is broken down. Then they have the membership program. Let's go back up to January through June. Here, membership program. This person is responsible. Their initials are SHU, to be completed by January 31st and June 30th. And it's really important to put those dates down because it gives people a goal and it holds people responsible. Also names, it holds people responsible. When things are good, these people get recognition, and when they go south, these people are held responsible. So for instance, for the membership fees, by March, this organization is planning to collect $750, and by June, they're planning to collect $500 for their 6-month goal of $1,250. And then you can look at the other goals in the July through December calendar. So I hope that helps you with what you need to know on the assignment. And please give me feedback if you don't understand it. Then I will just have to do a better video. All right, take care, and hope you can have, well, this, not hope, but this is due when we come back. If you have any problems, please email me and also give me feedback on how I can do better at some of these videos. Take care. Bye.